Hello, my name's Patrice Skukwza Pelegrin. I'm the owner of Skukwza Cleaning Service based in Lola, British Columbia on the Tlithga First Nation Statlium territory. Our team consists of 4 dedicated employees, including a manager who joined us on July 1st and 3 cleaners. We specialize in a wide range of services, including office cleaning, move-up cleans, post-construction cleaning, basic housekeeping, and specialized care for elders' homes and individuals with disabilities. Recently, we have expanded our services to support clients in the early stages of recovery, demonstrating our ability and committed to our community well-being. With $25,000 investment, Skukwza Cleaning Services is poised for significant growth. This funding will enable us to purchase a CCAN office, ensuring professional and efficient workplace.
Thank you so much for that. That was great. Thank you for doing that. Great business that you have started. One question for you. How do you market your business? So what's your go-to-market strategy? How are you getting yourself known out there?
In the beginning, I was going from band office to band office, basically pitching my business, trying to get clients like through elders and people on SA, and just to help people in my community and the Statlium territory. And then I went to Facebook and then posting notes on bulletin boards, and I would get a lot of people calling me, and that I built up my clientele, and I was able to get my workers a clientele list as well.
That's great. It's great to do that on social media. Thank you so much. Awesome.
Hi, Patrice. Great pitch. I'm just curious about what motivated you to start your business.
I started cleaning for my band office when I was 16, just doing it as a part-time job. But when I actually fell into addiction when my mom passed away, and so I was using it as the wrong ways. But when I got out of treatment, my clients still wanted me to clean for them. And so I felt like they needed me as much as I needed them. And so I just reached out to more people.
Yeah, thank you. That's a great story. Thank you.
Yeah, and especially when the people in recovery, I helped them the way that I needed help when I was in recovery, because I had to start right from the beginning all over again. But with the people in our community, we allow them to still keep everything that they need, but be able to get rid of the stuff that kept them in addiction.
Hi, I'm Donavan Robinson, a Red River Métis entrepreneur and founder of Pop Collab. I believe in the power of play to spark creativity, connection, and curiosity. That's why we built Pop Collab, a playground for grown-ups. We help corporate teams and communities reconnect with their creativity and each other through unforgettable team bonding play-based experiences. We're building a network of facilitators, including fellow Powwow Pitch finalists like Cassandra from Charcuterie and Tanis and Real Smoke of Nina Waste events, giving them a platform to grow through our online booking hub and transforming underused spaces into vibrant hubs for creativity and connection. With $25,000, we'll scale our platform, grow our network, and create more opportunities for people to share their knowledge, improving mental health and building stronger communities through play. Because play isn't just for kids. It's how we connect, recharge, and see the world with fresh eyes. What could our lives look like if we never stopped playing? Together, let's rediscover the power of play.
Thank you so much, Donavan. I would actually love to hear an example of what you guys give the opportunity to play with. If you have a really quick example.
Yeah, so the space behind us is the space we're currently in. And so we have different companies that will come in, instead of going bowling or escape rooms, which seems to be the go-to, we'll build DIY events or any type of experience. So one of the more popular ones we have is mocktail workshops. So we use Sober Market with it, which is another Indigenous-owned company. We use their products. We also do a mug workshop, which is quite fun. So people will build a collage and then we sublimate that onto a mug. So really doing stuff with your hands, but we also work with other facilitators who are doing things. So we're that Airbnb kind of for facilitators connecting.
Oh, I love that. Okay, thank you so much. That helps me get a better understanding, I think, of what it is you do there. Appreciate it.
Hi, Donavan. Thanks for the pitch. I just had a quick question. So how did this idea come about?
Yeah, so I used to have a marketing agency for about 20 years. I also had a live music venue. So experiences were a big part of what I was doing, but I didn't like marketing. And and hospitality is very tough. And so when I left the agency, the building actually asked me to take over this space and just do something to create engagement. And so in the beginning, it was let's just create a space, that kind of concept of a daycare for grown-ups to come in and just play. Initially, it was membership based. It evolved more into building programming or experiences for people. So really tailoring that experience rather than going on our platform and seeing 100 things and being overwhelmed. Give us information and we'll give you 5 options.
Kansai, I'm Sunday Queskekapow, a Two-Spirit trans First Nations person and also a proud autistic person from a Pashuak and a band member with Norway House. I'm the co-founder of Kiwetinook Consulting, a fully Indigenous 2S LGBTQ owned and operated firm, along with Victoria Perrie, who is a Métis criminal defense lawyer. We specialize in Gladue reports, stories that provide the courts with context about how intergenerational trauma, various barriers have shaped Indigenous people's lives and contributed to their involvement with the justice system. These reports are vital to restorative justice, but they're inaccessible, costing up to $6,000 and a waitlist over 6 months. We are working with developers to create an open language model that makes reports faster, more consistent, and accessible. With the $25,000 prize, we'll finalize and launch the tool and fund more reports. This isn't just a business. It's our response to injustice, our vision to bring our relatives home through restorative justice, Indigenous leadership, and deep community care rooted in our ways of knowing. Let's bring our people home. Thank you.
Thank you so much. This is amazing and a great idea, legal world too. So this speaks to me. I was wondering how will your business be sustainable? So if this is going to be accessible, will there still be a fee for anybody to pay to get these reports?
Yes, there will be a fee still, but it would be way less than it would be. And we're actually hoping to start working with legal aid as well. It's just that there's not a lot of funding through that. They only provide a few reports a year, and that is not enough at all. And so we're talking about youth, adults, like needing these reports, and like it's just inaccessible. So it would be a way less fee. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
Hi, Sunday. Thank you for your pitch. You said, a number of things that are really amazing and what you're working towards. So I'm just curious, like, where would you see your business going in 5 years, or where would you be at in 5 years, ideally?
We really hope to expand and actually be able to have licenses of this language model and be able to provide that to other Gladue writers around Canada, because this was started in the 90s to help with incarceration rates of Indigenous people, and it hasn't made a dent. It's actually gotten worse. And so there are not enough Gladue writers, and it's taking 6 months, sometimes a year, for Gladue writers to finish reports. And so we want to make this accessible for everybody, and we want to be able to train more Gladue writers. We want to be able to provide more reports, and this is a nationwide problem. And so we're really hoping to be able to expand from province to province and provide more reports, not just in Manitoba.
Hi there, my name is Leanne Jones, a Cree woman and member of Peguis First Nations and the founder of Leanne Digital Design, a branding and web design studio based in Winnipeg. I help businesses and organizations connect with their audience through strategy, storytelling, and impactful design. As Indigenous people, we're natural storytellers, and design is my way of carrying that forward and helping others share their visions and values online. 2 years ago, I started with no clients and just a dream. Since then, I've launched over 14 websites, worked with over 40 clients, and brought on an Indigenous developer. And now I want to grow further. In Canada, Black and Indigenous people only make up 4.1% of the tech industry. And I want to help change that. With $25,000 from the powwow pitch, I want to scale my business, hire more Indigenous talent, and create more remote jobs. Success to me isn't about getting rich. It's about building something that supports my family, empowers my community, and creates a space for others to thrive. Thank you.
That was fantastic, Leanne. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Happy to have you. Could you tell me just a little bit more about your long-term goals? Where would you like to see your business in 5 years?
In 5 years, I would like to have scaled my business so I have another designer on my team because right now I'm the only designer, and I would like another developer as well. So I have a team of a three or four, and I would like to just become a full branding and web design studio with like a full team behind me.
Amazing. Thank you so much. I appreciate you sharing your vision with us.
Thank you so much for your pitch, Leanne. I just had one question.
Mhm.
What's your differentiating factor? How do you stand out compared to your competitors?
Well, I primarily focus on web design, and I build websites that not only look good, but also have a solid foundation in SEO. So businesses can like, because what's the point of a website if nobody sees it, right? So I build websites that have an SEO factor in mind. So SEO means search engine optimization. So I want my customers to be able to be discovered through Google and AI like ChatGPT as well. So that's my main focus, is just being as helpful as possible with my web design services.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Tansei. My name is Logan Ashley. I'm Cree from Driftpile First Nations and Treaty 8 territory. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Goodway Homes. We build high-performance modular homes, net zero, wood-framed, healthy to live in, and better for the planet. We launched during the COVID pandemic, proving our concept by building and selling homes to first-time home buyers in the community of Revelstoke. Since then, we've tripled our capacity, and we're partnering with communities and aligned developers to build homes for the missing middle, the working families too often left out of housing solutions. The interest in our prefabricated method and mission is now growing across Canada and expanding into the US market. We'd use the $25,000 prize to continue to develop an innovative insulation material manufactured from wood waste, helping build more affordable homes which are healthy, comfortable, and energy efficient, built the good way.
Thank you for that. That's an awesome pitch and idea. I had a question for you about the community. How do you involve your community in your business or your business model?
Well, I've been working, well, I work off reserve, so I don't work in Driftpile, I work in Revelstoke, but Driftpile is my home nation. And since I've been starting my business, I've been posting job ads and looking to work and hire people from the community locally, mostly Little Shuswap Indian Band and Squilax and the ones that operate around here.
Thank you.
Hi, Logan. I really like the pitch. I think that's so relevant for today and what we're seeing. So I was just curious about your team and your support network. If you could tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I recently partnered with Raven Capital and their minority holder, and I have executive teams, fractional CMO, fractional CFO team, and advisors in real estate arena and industry. And then in my operational team, project managers, PMPs, and skilled tradespeople.
Awesome. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. I'm Bailey Scott, and it's such a pleasure to connect with you all today. I'm from Little Blackberries Brand in Treaty 4 territory, and I live in Fort Qu'Appelle, Saskatchewan. I founded Mio Consulting to bring harmony and balance through services like engagement, coaching, and strategy. The name Mio comes from a Cree word meaning good. You can see it at the beginning of my company's core values, Mio Wachiduan and Mio Bimatsuan. Mio launched this spring, and we have already finished our branding and website, completed 2 contracts, built a network of partner organizations, and attracted some of the brightest talent across Canada to work with us. If Mio were to be awarded the $25,000 grand prize, it would be a total game changer. It would help us bring our marketing dreams to life, secure on-reserve office space, support our administrative, technological, legal, accounting, and insurance needs. Lastly, it's been such an honor to be a semi-finalist and to meet all the great people involved in this year's Power Pitch. Thank you so much for having me.
Fantastic pitch, Bailey. I like all of the detail you gave about the background. You said you recently finished some contracts. You did say that you only started this spring. I'm just wondering if you have previous experience as a consultant before you started your business.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you so much for that question. What an opportunity to highlight my experience. Just kidding. But I was a partner. I was the chief relations officer with Kahue Consulting. It's a another consulting firm here in Saskatchewan, and yeah, that was my experience.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Oh, sorry, I forget the one point that I was going to add. I was in charge of the consultation and engagement line of business, and that's why engagement is one of my primary services here at MEO. I like forgot what my comment was.
Perfect. No, I love that. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Bailey. And I had one question because you're so you're so early in the process. Where do you see your business in 5 years?
Well, in 5 years, I mean, hopefully we would be, I think, a major player in establishing an Indigenous workforce of consultants. Consulting is really just a vehicle for helping to create the world that I want to see. And, you know, being a knowledge-based business, you have this opportunity to influence public policy, especially through engagement. We are capturing the voice of community. So I'd hope to be a major player in workforce development for Indigenous people.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
Hello, Tanse. I'm Richard Wuttunee Sr., owner and CEO of RYP Mechanical from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. I currently hold 3 Red Seal tickets in plumbing, gas fitting, and pipe fitting, coupled with 20 years of total experience, and this is exactly what the business is tailored around. Who enjoys dealing with furnace breakdowns at -40? Who likes flooding basements? Who likes shutting their business down when their rooftop unit breaks down? And who likes dealing with fires from industrial plants in the middle of the night? That's right, nobody. RYP Mechanical specializes in fixing these problems, and with growing infrastructure, these problems are only going to get worse. RYP aims to fill this gap with timely and expert intervention. We will be seeking $25,000 for truck maintenance, truck purchases, tools and equipment upgrades, as well as more marketing dollars. Currently, we're creating a grant scholarship for the Indigenous youth in the trades. In closing, please visit our website, rypmechanical.com. Find us on Google or Facebook. Hi, thank you.
Thank you for that, and it's a great business idea. Can you tell us more about is it the scholarship that you talked about for youth?
Yeah, so right now we're just in the midst of creating this grant scholarship for Indigenous youth, specifically ones in the trades, because we believe it's not getting enough highlight within our trades communities. You know, I myself am 40 years old. I'm kind of right in the middle of it, where you know we have the baby boomers that are still retiring, and then I feel the new youth coming in are more techie. So we don't have enough people on the tools trying to get, you know, the Red Seal tickets, and then, you know, trying to get into a business and take off on their own, right? So, yeah, we're right in the midst of creating this. We're still batting around ideas right now, but yeah, this is something that's really near and dear to our hearts that we want to definitely express. So.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Hi, Richard. Thanks for the pitch. You know, you spoke about, you know, your 20 years experience and your 2 tickets that you hold. I'm just curious about what motivated you to start 3 tickets, sorry, to start this business. What motivated you?
You know, when I was young, I think, you know, I already started working with my uncles and working in fields, sugar beeting when I was like 12, 13 years old already. And I seen, you know, a few of my uncles, they're entrepreneurs themselves. They have fencing businesses and sugar beet businesses, and they work a lot with farmers, right? So it was really started to see that when I was young, started to ask a lot of questions. Didn't know which road I was going to go down till I was about 17, 18. I started to get into the pipeline business, and I started pipelining, and then started my first pipe fitter job when I was about 19. And then I knew, okay, I want to go down this road and and this is what I want to do.
Hi, my name is Brandie Leach, and I'm originally from Peguis, Manitoba, Treaty 1 territory, and I now reside in the Southern Okanagan on Treaty 9 territory. I am the founder and heart behind Ancestral Companions for All Elders, an Indigenous woman-owned business providing compassionate, non-medical support to elders. My service includes companionship, light housekeeping, transportation, wellness check-ins, and pet care, all designed to help elders stay in place with dignity, connection, and joy. I was raised by my grandmother and inspired by her unconditional love. This business is my way of giving back to the generation that raised us. With your support, I will expand my reach, invest in tools, training, and transportation, and continuing to uplift the lives of elders within Turtle Island. This work is personal. It's rooted in ancestral love and Indigenous values.
Thank you so much, Brandie. That was really
You're
beautiful. I
Thank
always
you.
love hearing about Indigenous people. I feel like there's such a closeness with the grandmothers.
Yes.
So it was really special to hear your story. Thank you for
Oh, thank
sharing.
you.
So I do have just a little bit of a question. So I'm just curious if this is a currently existing business, how long has it been running? And do you have previous experience in this kind of field?
Yes. So, being raised by my grandma since I was 4 years old was kind of like life experience. And then I actually stumbled upon work as a healthcare aide before you needed the certificate back in 2004. And I fell in love with it. But I didn't agree with how our elders were being treated in the care homes or how they were being fed. And the whole dynamic of the place was just very, a lot of drama, especially among the other healthcare aides and nurses. So this was something that kind of bothered me. And then I just had a lot of stuff happen to me in the last few years. And then finally, what brought me passion, what I thought about was I wanted to be there for the elders because they're just so alone, and I want to, I want to be able to reconnect them with our culture.
Hi, my name is Ryan Ross. I'm from Montreal Lake Cree Nation. I'm the owner and founder of Three Sisters Gemstones. I've been practicing lapidary gem cutting for the past 4 years now. And this year alone, I've done just under about $12,000 in sales. This is a part-time thing at the moment, but we'll be going full-time this January as well. Our target clients are mostly business to business, which includes about 5 major jewelry brands or jewelers in the city of Saskatoon right now that I currently work for. I am mostly dealing, or our target clients are people who are looking for one-of-a-kind custom gifts that can't be found anywhere else. We will make them if they can't find them. We've been pleasantly surprised by the growth of our business consumer clientele this last few years from our channels from Instagram and TikTok. They've absolutely been exploding lately too, which is wonderful, even though it hasn't been our main goal, because our main goal is still business to business right now.
My question is, how do you build Indigenous values into your business?
So I'm a 60s scoop victim. So unfortunately, I was not raised on traditional values. I think that's kind of can be seen with the job or the niche business that I actually run. So when it comes to traditional values and that, unfortunately, I don't have a lot of them in my business. About the best that I can do, which I'm planning on doing, is hiring more Indigenous people to help revitalize this dying art form, which many people don't do that. There's only like 140 cutters in Canada right now. So I'm the only Indigenous person doing it as well in Canada. So.
Amazing. Thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you for sharing that and for your pitch. I wanted to ask you, how do you reach your customer or your audience? You talked a little bit about social media. Is there any other ways they have?
Well, I've done a lot of footwork in the last couple of years here. So I've visited most of the jewelers around Saskatchewan. I've gone to lots of different cities and stuff. I teach classes as well on how to cut stones, as well as wire wrapping classes. So I've I didn't mention this because I knew I wouldn't have enough time, but I started teaching wire wrapping classes this last year. I taught about 30 people, and out of those 30 people, about 8 of them come back to purchase stones from me as well. Sorry, what was your question again?
No, that's exactly it. How do you reach your customers,
Yeah.
right? Or your
And then also
customers.
through
Exactly.
all my social media links as well too. So I just I will spam follow lots of the jewelers and stuff, and reach out through social media and just ask them to collaborate with me as well too. So how I got into lots of the business in Saskatoon, for instance, GMG Jewelers, the diamond store in Saskatoon. I reached out to them and asked them if I could fix some of their stuff. And so I ended up fixing the owner's gemstones and that. And that's kind of how I got my way into their business. So it's my foot in the door.
Nancy, I'm Stan Knight of Passport Cree Nation, founder of Zachary Knight Enterprises, and I'm here to speak about our flagship program, Inspector in a Box. This program provides communities with the tools, training, and mentorship to fix homes using their own locally trained inspectors. The result, in-house capacity for communities, real jobs, and housing dollars that stay local. No more reliance on outside contractors. I'm often asked why I'm doing this. It's simple, because for 50 years, federally imposed housing programs have failed our people. Meanwhile, a $6 billion construction economy leaks wealth from our communities. We want to change that. Repairing our own homes keeps those revenues where they belong, with us. With the $25,000 prize money, we will fund outreach, targeted advertising, promotional materials, conference travel, and media. Our 5-year vision is simple. Every community will have the ability to do this work themselves, and that is true economic self-determination. Language.
That was fantastic. Thank you, Stan.
Yeah.
Really important work for sure. And know that for a fact, seeing these issues in my own community. So thank you. It sounds like that's quite a bit of work you got ahead of you. And I'm just wondering if you could tell me a little bit about your support system. Who else do you have on your team working with you to make these dreams happen?
Nobody right now. Everything is bootstrapped, so we're basically self-funding everything. When I refer to my team, it's my family. It's my wife and my 2 girls. Our company was actually named after our son, who we lost to suicide 7 years ago, and it kind of was this. It was kind of the impetus that kind of started why we're doing this and why we're involved in First Nation housing specifically. We've committed the next 15 years to our careers to this, and hope we want to be able to kind of make the name Zachary Knight Enterprises synonymous with addressing First Nation housing.
Thank you so much for sharing your story, and that's a really beautiful way to honor your son.
Good.
Thanks, Dan. I just had a question. I was curious about your traction so far, and maybe you can let us know about some of your biggest achievements in starting this enterprise.
Oh my goodness, that's the crazy part. We started this program in January. We launched it with just the idea to provide remote capacity development to nations, and we just reached out to nations or communities initially and just said, "Here's our program, give us feedback." That's kind of how we wound up with an iteration of providing certified home inspectors across Canada, and then finally into Inspector in a Box being a franchise model, as well as developing a Indigenous business incubator program that we're currently developing, as well as a scholarship program for Indigenous candidates to do 4-year programs, 2-year trade programs, as well as capital investment plans.
Uvanga atega gunana, inuvingmi kaimaruanga. Hi, I'm Corrine Bullock, an Inuvialuit woman from Inuvik Northwest Territories and founder of Braiding Narratives. Inspired by my Indigenous storytelling traditions, I use graphic recording to honor stories with intention. As you see here, I create real-time visuals that turn complex conversations into clear, lasting records that all audiences can revisit for greater clarity and shared understanding. In just 3 years, I've doubled my client base annually, only through word of mouth, no marketing. I'm currently completing projects in the Yukon and Northwest Territories with 2 more contracts underway. Looking ahead, I see Braiding Narratives as a trusted service that reflects Indigenous voices, fosters dialogue, and advances community-led projects. With $25K, I'd upgrade my editing and digitization tools, hire an Indigenous designer to launch a website, and reach new audiences through expanded marketing. Uzlam, thank you.
Amazing. Thank you so much for your pitch. It's beautiful to see a example of your work in the background. I guess my question would be, what are your short and long-term goals for your business?
Ooh. Yeah, so I guess in terms of short and long-term goals, I am looking at present just to start getting my business out there, gaining a lot of my traction through word of mouth. I'd really like to see where this business grows by being able to market out to other audiences. In terms of long-term goals, I am scoping out how to really just create impact in my community. Where this project was born from is really being able to share our stories, knowledge, and voices. And really just support community-led projects in, I guess, a representative way. I hope that answered your question.
Yes, it did. Thank you so much.
Sorry, just a quick question. I'm not sure if you addressed this, and I'm sorry if you did already. Do you have any members of your team, or is it just you? And are you looking into getting more colleagues to help you?
Oh man, yeah, and I guess that would be probably part of my long-term goals. Currently, it's just myself as part of this team. Graphic recording, the work that I do here is like live in meetings and conferences. It's something that I've started undertaking myself, but just knowing that mentorship and the folks that have supported me in community, I definitely like to give back. I'm definitely passionate about youth work, and being able to bring others in is something that I'd like to start scoping out.
Yate, my name is Walter Baya,
And I am Marissa Begay,
co-founders of Bravo Solar and Wind.
We are located in Arizona on the Navajo Nation.
Today's wind industry faces significant challenges in maintaining the efficiency and safety of wind turbines. With over 130,000 turbines across the United States, the need for regular inspection is critical to prevent catastrophic failure and reduce maintenance costs.
We offer inspection on wind turbine main components:
gearbox, main bearing, generator, and walk-down services. After each inspection, we include a thorough written report within 24 hours. Our service can downgrade by 40%.
Our company is projected to make over $1 million in revenue, breaking even within 2 years, creating travel job opportunities.
With the 25,000, we will advance our technology, capitalize on risk management resource, and start our insurance to create tribal employment.
We focus on energy productivity to ensure long-term wind assets and supporting a sustainable future. Ekehet.
Fantastic job on that, guys. Really great timing too with the back and forth. So I guess, and apologies if you did touch on this. So I've worked with a few energy companies myself here, and I'm just curious. You mentioned a lot about tribal jobs and careers, and I'm just wondering, would this be being done on within community?
Yes, we are here in Wood Spring, Arizona, located. Right now, I was going to school as a certified electrician and a wind technician with a degree in energy systems. I traveled throughout the states and miles away from my family, and creating my successful future, and bringing that education back to my people, to my community, so they don't have to be, growing up, my uncles didn't have jobs or any of my family members. So me being here opened the market for me to create this opportunity for a community, especially the job opportunities.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. I know it's really so important to have people able to stay within community for this kind of work. So perfect. Thank you so much.
Thanks for the pitch. You mentioned some of your early success and how you've grown. I'm just curious where you see the business in 5 years.
In 5 years, definitely within 5 years, we're going to be, expand wide. We're an inspection service right now. Within 5 years, we're going to have our maintenance and service certified within a couple of years, which we're going to be hiring more employees, and we're going to be successful. And from there, we're going to create like a scholarship foundation where we can start helping our individuals out there going to school, especially in renewable energy.
My name is Edwin Wright, and my company is the Solar Formula. I'm 100% Ojibwe from the Wapaha First Nation. With nearly 13 years in the energy sector, I'm launching one-of-a-kind Indigenous-owned solar installation company. This isn't just a business, it's a movement to empower Indigenous communities through clean, sustainable energy. I'm deeply committed to the planet and the future of our people. By partnering with established solar companies, I'll unlock resources that support Indigenous independence and sustainability. My goal is to inspire others like me to show that anything is possible when we lead, collaborate, and innovate together. Having worked hands-on within the industry and managed contracts before, I'm ready to bring solar power and opportunities to our community as well. Join me on this journey and build a greener, stronger future where Indigenous voices shine bright. If I were to win the 25K, I would invest in establishing my own corporation, registered on key procurement platforms, and securing the necessary liability insurance to position myself successfully to bid on government contracts.
What motivated you to start this business?
Actually, when I first started in this industry, I was building wind turbines as a welder. I took a layoff from Ford's during the Big Three shutdown, and rather than sitting on EI, I got into solar. And my first week in the industry, I got a $5 raise for the first company I worked for, which is GEA. Shout out to you, GEA. And then from there, I just started working my way up the ladder, and I became a leader within the industry, training people. And after that, I got started getting my own contracts in 2016 from companies like Blue Water. Shout out to you, Blue Water. Grasshopper. Shout out to you guys. And Guelph Solar, which gave me a lot of opportunity to grow, not professionally, but as in not just independently, but as a profession. And Blue Sky, shout out to you guys. These companies allowed me to move in more independently and have my own crews and hire people and give them the skills and all the training and stuff that you need to be to succeed in this industry. We also helped create the microfit program from province to province. I mean, if it wasn't for COVID, I would already be very successful in this industry. COVID shut down 36 of my independent projects that were subcontracted out to me from a company called Blue Sky. Shout out to you, Blue Sky. You know, and all these different companies that still give me jobs and stuff like that. Like right now, I just left Toronto. I'm in another city to help another company with solar installations.